Idiocracy, a film released in 2006, is a science fiction comedy directed by Mike Judge that satirizes intellectualism, consumerism, and dysgenics. The film follows Joe Bowers, the most statistically average man in the US Army, who volunteers for a hibernation experiment intended to last 1 year. Due to a corruption scandal involving the project's commanding officer, the experiment is forgotten, and Joe awakens 500 years later in the year 2505, alongside Rita, a prostitute who also participated in the test. In this dystopian future, human intelligence is drastically declined due to mass consumerism and mindless entertainment, making Joe the smartest person alive. After being mistaken for a genius during a simplified aptitude test, Joe is appointed Secretary of the Interior by President Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Herbert Camacho. Yes, that is actually his name in the movie. He is tasked with solving the nation's agricultural crisis, which is caused by the crops being watered with Brondo, a sports drink that has destroyed the soil. Joe succeeds by reintroducing water to the fields, eventually becoming president and marrying Rita. The film concludes with the implication that his actions began to reverse humanity's dumbing down. The crazy thing is that 20th Century Fox deliberately sabotaged the release of Idiocracy in 2006 by limiting it to a tiny number of theaters, reportedly as few as 3 to 130, providing zero marketing, resulting in a domestic box office gross of only 495,000 rand. Dollars, not rand. Why did they do this? Well, it was because of corporate backlash. According to actor Terry Crews, real-life companies that paid for product placement were angry that the film satirized them. For example, Starbucks and Costco, causing Fox to fear advertiser backlash and avoid promotion. They knew this is where the world would end up and that people would fear getting to that point in their lives where they were literally as dumb as rocks, and they chose not to advertise the movie because of that. If you're like me, you're definitely wondering if 20th Century Fox does this in a somewhat normal basis, or if they even did it to another movie. The answer is no. From 1935 to 2026, there is no other reported movie or series that has received zero marketing. That's 91 years. That's just one example of many that unfortunately theorize that humans will become more and more dumb to the point of societal and economic collapse in the future. But that doesn't explain how we're getting closer and closer to that specific future every single day. Well, what we're exploring today is a few topics that convince me that we're heading into a dystopian future where humanity is just going to become more and more stupid. Our average attention spans on a single screen task has dropped from 2.5 minutes in 2004 to 75 seconds in 2012 and further up to approximately 47 seconds by the early 2020s, according to some studies. A short attention span makes all of your perceptions and relationships shallow and unsatisfying. This quote said by Eckhart Tolle was, well, it was one thing that I researched when making this video. I have no idea who this person is, and I don't want to know. I just thought it would be cool if I said a quote to begin the section off. Anyways, I don't think any of what this person said is confusing to anyone, because everyone knows that a low attention span is largely attributed to making you feel dissatisfied. Dopamine is the chemical in your brain that makes you feel good, but obviously you can overdo something to the point it becomes unhealthy. Like watching TikTok. TikTok is said to have been the leading cause of a global lowering of our attention spans. My screen turned off. The app is designed to get you to stay as long as possible on there without thinking, because the more you're on there, the more they can show you ads and the more money they can get. It's like gambling. Like literally, TikTok is like gambling. It's designed to keep you watching, just like gambling is designed to keep you playing. Except instead of running out of money, you get anxiety about the stuff you didn't end up doing that day. And instead of winning money, you feel good while watching it, or at least your brain does. All of this to say that the more you get dopamine, the more your baseline shifts and you need more dopamine to feel the same way. Like exercising, the more you do it, the more you're gonna need to do it to maintain your shape. Except for dopamine, substitute exercising with emotion and you have a recipe for disaster. The less you get dopamine, the lower your overall mood will be. Considering that your baseline is already higher, this is very bad for you. And the more you get dopamine, the happier you get. But what happens when you watch a 2-hour movie that has a slow start? Well, we change it. Or worse, we scroll on our phone instead until the movie starts to get interesting. This is something that exists entirely within modern times. Some would argue after TikTok became a thing, which is 2019 to 2020, by the way. I hate TikTok. Given that we were all indoors, that doesn't surprise me though. Critical thinking is a process of analyzing available facts, evidence, observations, and arguments to reach sound conclusions or informed choices. It involves recognizing underlying assumptions, providing justifications for ideas and actions, evaluating these justifications through comparisons with varying perspectives, and assessing their rationality and potential consequences. Very hard definition. In normal words, it means your ability to recognize how and why something you will or might do will affect things or people around you. This has been an essential trait to humanity since the beginning. As time goes on, we trade our thinking for convenience and to feel good. If you ask anyone outside something that needs to be thought about, like, I don't know, the question, what happened at the beginning of time? They will either say God, or why are you asking me questions like that? Are you high? Also, who the hell are you? Netflix executives have reportedly instructed screenwriters to have characters explicitly announce their actions and plot details to accommodate viewers who watch content in the background while using their phone. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck claimed on the Joe Rogan Experience that Netflix requests plot reiterating 3 to 4 times in dialogue to accommodate viewers on their phones. Although those claims are denied by Netflix executives, when I see those headlines, it really makes me question whether we're going to end up in a civilization like some WALL-E civilization or idiocracy. Our lives are going to be so convenient that we don't have to work or think, and we end up getting fat and lazy. Man, that future is really worrying. But also, now more than ever is the time to change. And it's only us that can change this fact. There's 4 signs that we're going to look at to see whether we're heading for a WALL-E type civilization. This is environmental collapse, technological and physical atrophy, corporate monopolies and surveillance, and finally, loss of autonomy. Earth is burdened by waste, with 2.01 billion tons of municipal waste generated annually globally. Pollution causes over 11 million premature deaths globally, and extreme weather events are becoming more frequent, mirroring the film's garbage-filled planet. Environmental collapse. Check. Average daily screen time has risen to nearly 7 hours, contributing to obesity, cardiovascular disease, and social isolation. Automation is rapidly replacing human labor, with 30% of manufacturing tasks already automated, risking a loss of physical capability and purpose similar to the immobile humans aboard the Axiom. Technological and physical atrophy. Checked. The rise of mega conglomerates like Amazon, Apple, and Tesla reflects the films by and large, which controls all aspects of life. AI-driven surveillance, capitalism, and personalized advertising manipulate consumer behavior, creating a passive consumption-driven existence. Corporate monopolies and surveillance. Checked. Humans are becoming increasingly reliant on AI for decision making, content creation, and social interaction, leading to what some experts call a Wall-E economy, where convenience is traded for free will and critical thinking skills. Loss of autonomy, unfortunately. Checked. It is really disheartening to see the world get this way. It seems like there won't be anything we can do to stop it. But we can stop it by bettering ourselves little by little right now. Turn off that Instagram. Go to the park to take a stroll. Go out with friends. Meet new people. Make something. Draw, paint, make music. Make a YouTube channel. The possibilities are endless. If you sometimes look at the night sky and wonder about how we ended up at a place like this, or wondering where the universe comes from and where it's going, then you are not alone. I am right here with you. People like us exist, and we have the power to change the world. As society goes towards convenience and autonomy, just remember that you are a part of society. And if enough of us realize this, then we have hope to save the world from almost certain death. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed pondering with me about the future.